Good afternoon, everybody. It's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. Thank you so much for joining me. It is lovely to have you here. So I am back working on this journal, which was the masterboard. I can't remember what I called it now. Grungy journal, something like that, I think. So last time I left you with this, I was sewing round the pages. We'd torn the pages up and put them together. And I was sewing around them. I think there's about 30 something pages. I've done 20 of them so far. It's quite a slow job. I don't like to rush my sewing machine because it's old, and you'll see from some of the stitches it's not on its last legs, but it doesn't sew brilliantly if you rush it. So I mean, I like the fact that it misses stitches and things like that, but I don't want it to break down entirely. So I've tied a piece of lace just around it to keep it together when I'm not working in it. I've just had a little play on the end, so I've just put some beautiful beads on some. That's just waxed what's the thread that you sew journals together with? Can't think of my words, never can when I first come on. Just a few threads, some bits of ribbon just tied in bows. The thing about the metal is it doesn't appeal to me with nothing on it. And you can only put certain things on because you have to open it to, take pages out and what have you. In fact, we'll have a look at it closed first, shall we? Yeah, we'll have a look at it closed. So yeah, anyway, that's what I've done. So you saw this page. I think the first 2 or 3 pages I had stitched around anyway. Whether they're in the same place, I don't know. Or maybe you've not seen those other 2 videos yet. Yeah, I think there was 2. I might be, yeah, this a flip through of the original one and then this one. So these next 20 pages or so I have stitched around in various places, or stitched bits of lace and trim on. That was the cloth that I added in. I've just stitched a piece of painter's decorator's paper on there. Just thought that was nice. Just appealed to me. Anything goes, so anything you've got, it's a good clear up off your desk kind of journal. And other things. So this was gifted to me a long time ago. It's a plain case, pencil case, I think. Oh, well, it could be for anything, couldn't it? And I think you're supposed to either stitch on it or dye on it or things like that yourself. And I just had it sitting around waiting, and I just saw it. I did look up and just see it there and thought, oh, that would be something I could punch and put in there. So it's now got a little zip compartment. You could put your pens and pencils in it for journaling with. You could have ephemera in it, or you could have more papers and notes in it. I just stitched, because it was very plain, I just stitched a piece of lovely ribbon type on there. Let me have a look if I've got something here that will fit. Yeah, just sort of belly bandish, or again you could clip a pen or something to that, couldn't you? Yes, I quite liked that idea. And then this was sitting on my desk as well, and I thought, oh, you could clip things to the back of it, so you could have a lot of papers clipped on it, you could have beads, could have some lace, which I might. So yeah, I popped that in. These are just stitched in various places. Just popped a piece of lace on there. I don't think it will hold that down particularly. Oh, I'm all glittery. I could put a button on it and that would. Another piece of just trim, pocket-esque. Again, you could have danglies off it. This one was already stuck on the masterboard. Yeah, I stitched this. Just a piece of, it is vintage lace. It's been coffee dyed on the back. Again, oops, upside down. I thought you may want to fasten some things in there. It could be a lot thicker than that. Could be letters. Could be, yeah, just pretty. Just an idea. Again, that fabric was on the masterboard. Just popped that in. Whoever has the journal to either play with or just for a piece of decoration. I just stitched a piece of that. Again, that is vintage embroidery, transfer. Yay, I'm getting words. Embroidery transfer. I've got a fair bit of it, and I keep just using a tiny bit at a time because I don't want to run out of it. But yeah, so my coffee dyed paper, I stitched just a doily on the outside of that piece. That's Franken paper rather than the card, the masterboard. Can you see this piece of lace? I didn't realise till I was sewing it on, but it's chicks. Can you see a chick there and a chick there? And I think that might be a little hen, but it's a lot smaller than the chickens, the chicks. The hen is a grown-up chick. Gorgeous. Anyway, I stitched it on as a pocket. Oh yeah, I was putting these on as well when I last was on video with you. So ring reinforcement. So I started putting them on both sides. That one's paper, so I've put it on both sides. But I remember from previous journals, ring bound journals, when I put the ring reinforcements on both sides, it gets really thick just there, and then we get a real thick middle compared to the end. So after I'd done a few, I went to just one, you know, one side or the other, unless it was very thin paper like that. So they've just got one on. Again, I just stitched a couple of pieces of paper on that while I was sewing around it. Checklist and to-do list, you know, they can be torn off, they can hide things. And that's how I got to. So I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is why I'm stitching them together, you know. So 10 more to be stitched, but I just want to do a little bit of work on some of the ones I've done already today. So I did just find this, I've just punched it through. So these are from, have I got any, they're too far away. Oh, things like this, the sample fabric samples that I get. I had some really big ones. I don't know if you was with me. I've done quite a few things with them when I cut them up, and you just can't get the paper off. It leaves the fabric in an, you know, terrible state. So I just cut the fabric from the middle, and then I saved all these for various things, and I just thought one of these would be nice. Should I just put it there? Oh, in here. I could gesso on the back of it or stick some paper on the back. That could have things and dangles attached to it. Yeah, so it's just, that was the envelope that we put in. It's just a real eclectic journal. Yeah, I'm loving it. So I've got a few bits and pieces. Excuse me, let me have a drink because I can see the cream. It's creaming my coffee. It's starting to congeal on the top. Tastes nice. So yeah, I just brought some bits of papers to, you know, start gluing on. I've brought my gesso as well. I might gesso just a couple of pages because I have to leave them open. I suppose I could take them out, couldn't I? So yeah, just pieces of paper that I'm going to go over so they can be written on a bit more easier, whichever word you prefer. So I've got some bits of see-through paper. I've also got a few bits out of my original ephemera, you know, real ephemera stash. So that's out of one of those printing books, printing equipment. This is what's that from? Food rationing? I can't remember. No, not food rationing. I can't remember. Anyway, something old and official. So an old black and white photograph, a 1p stamp on the back of that. It's not a photograph, it's a postcard of Arnside. A vintage bookmark. An old needles, or half of it. Nickel plated gold seal. Millward's needles. Dana's needles. Packet. Another, can't remember what that was out of. That might have been out of the, no, I don't know. Don't know what it was out of. Beautiful book page with some writing. Even if I have nothing, but I have you, I have everything. And if I have everything without you, I have nothing. Interesting. A couple of pages from, was it Brook Bond Tea, I think. Collector's cards, beautiful birds. Yeah, some more paper from Vintagey Books. This is a book that I just got the other day. It is Percy Thrower's Encyclopedia of Gardening, and it's old. It's all black and white. There is no colour in it at all. It's beautiful, beautiful paper. This is the old instructions from a sewing pattern. think it was from the 40s. I might be wrong. Anyway, it was in shillings and pence. I know that went right up to the 60s, didn't it? More papers there, and whatever I've got in here, I'll take it out of this because it's shiny. Yeah, just some more papers. Okay, so I'll keep the papers separate to these. I brought some tape to put in, and I'm literally just going to enjoy myself playing on the pages. It will be up for sale, this journal. I might take that out and gesso on it actually, because you'll still be able to see, you know, the interesting writing on it, but you'll be able to write on it as well if you want to. What have I got to put under there? Anything? It's a book page. Yeah. And I've got the tiniest little brush. I've used all my big brushes and lost them, so but you don't need a lot of gesso anyway. I've got a cloth here. This is where I end up covered in it. It's a new pot, so yeah, that will be more than enough. Let's fasten it up because I've already got it on my nails. And yeah, I'll stick it on with a brush and then I will just rub it around. So in fact it's probably more than I need. Oh, stuck to me. Just rub it around with an old cloth. It'll dry more see-through than it looks. In fact, I might want some staining and stuff on it, but I'll just leave it there to dry. Okay, can I put that on anything? Seems a shame to waste it, doesn't it? Put it on this book page. There we go. I'll just pop that in my water pot if I can reach. Yep. And well, again, there's some on that page. Let's not waste it. Lovely. Some more pages there that can maybe be used. Okay, so stuck my finger in it. See how long it took me. Oh dear. Okay, perhaps there's not enough coffee going on around the system. Okay, so this one is already fine for writing on. Oh look, just wet it off. I'm using the cloth that I was wiping it about with. There's no wonder it's all over me. Let me just wash my hands. Okay, that's better. You might be at a different angle now because I took the camera down just to see if I was in frame, and of course to check I had to take it down, and now I've put it back up again. So hopefully you're not too far distant from what you were. Right, got clean hands. What was I doing? So I've just found this in the drawer while you weren't here, while I was washing my hands, etc. And I've just mixed a couple of sprays of it with a bit of water. And I don't want to mess everything up in my room. I don't normally do this in here, but I will do it. I'll do it on this page here, and then if it splashes anywhere, yeah, it is. Look, it's just going on the page. Okay, lovely. And that's all I wanted. Just a few little speckles on it, so I can. I'll shake it. They might. Oh, I've taken my cloth away so I didn't mess myself up again. Let's just smudge some of them, that's better. Not all of them, but yeah. That's it. That looks a bit more. It'll dry lighter still as well because it's distress stain. Okay, right, let's choose a couple of pages to work on. Some plainish ones. Right, let's do this one. In fact, I might take it out so that I can do a couple if I've got time. I mean, I've been messing about for 10 minutes, haven't I? Just put something in there so I know where the page was. Yeah, let's do that one and that one. So just take a couple of pages out. So the beauty of this is you could do this when you're journaling as well. You can take them out to journal on, or you know, if it's a plain kind of book for whoever gets it, you can take them out and play on them and put them back. So these sides are quite full on. I found this as well, look. I've got quite a few of these, the book pages that I just stitched around for putting ephemera and things in journals. I just wondered how far let me just have a little play. how far in the stitch and went, oh, that's fine. I've got a bit of that black on there. Oh, so I can put one of those in as well and stuff it full of, I'll just pop it on there. Right, so I've also got a few pieces of ephemera sitting around here. So for one of them I could just blend in a little bit. Quite like that book page one. I think I want to ink it, so let me get my, where's my dauber? I'm not taking it anywhere, so it must be here somewhere. You're just hiding. Hey, there you are. Just hiding from me. Yeah, I want to ink the... Maybe I'll sit and do that one afternoon as well, just ink all the pages. Although it's not much of a problem, is it, doing it when you're working on it? And yeah, who knows what I might want to do on the edges. So, but this one I'm going to ink. I'm not cutting the threads off. I like them hanging out the edge when the journal's closed. I've got something on it now. I just highlighted some of the patchworky bits on it. So that could just be a pretty piece, but I want a piece of a bit of journaling around it as well. So of course I could just gesso it, but I'm thinking perhaps some see-through, this is see-through, look, some see-through paper, kind of create a, yeah, a layered look, but that, you know, you can write on that when it's dry. So I might have that and that on there. Anything else we want on it? Do I want any doily? I did bring my ever faithful box of labels. Yes, labels. So maybe because they can be journaled on as well, can't they? That's the shape that I want. That's nice. Yeah, I've already got a label on here. Look, haven't I? Yeah, let's put this down because I do like this. So, glue pages. I did have some a minute ago, but I don't now. Let's use this then. So yeah, I'm not going to be here too long because yeah, my legs are still giving me a little bit of trouble. I don't know if it's a change in the weather or it's a bit disappointing because I went so many months, you know, quite healthy with them. But I mean, they're not really bad, but they're niggling me a little bit. So I'm not going to push it. So I'm not going to sit too long so that I can have, you know, time every day rather than one big long session in my room and then have to rest because I've overdone the legs. I got my nozzle for me for me glue. Not used it yet, just put it on. So on the bottle that I was already using. So we'll see how that goes. I got my glue sticks. I just ran out as it was delivered, so that was perfect timing for once. Yes, I'm going to let those threads just get caught under this. I'm not going to pull them out because they're creating like loops and yeah, like that. I like that one. So it's just adding more layers. I think using the masterboard helps create some layers to start with, so you don't have to put quite so many down. The layered look makes it interesting, doesn't it? And you know, if you're fairly new to junk journaling or layers is not your thing, you know, a masterboard is a brilliant way to start on a layered piece. Okay, shall we add some tape? Maybe something across the bottom. So I've got some music. This is Tim Holtz washi. Oh, depends if I can get the end of it because with these nails, I don't think that's the end, is it? Well, it might be. I try now when I use washi to leave the ends stuck up, just because I can't do that. I failed there, didn't I? We've got some more green. We've got a lot of green going on here, so, you know, just like that. Leave a bit of it stuck up at the end. I don't want to lose all those layers down there though, perhaps not that much. Let's just put it down there so it looks like it's holding that bit of book page on. It's not. That's another layered piece, so I've got lots of book page under there that made that piece up as well. So yeah, there are quite a lot of layers going on there, and like I say, it can be written on. I was just wondering about words. I didn't bring my words with me, did I? Many I can stamp. With love, just for you, and happy birthday. What have I got here? Each moment of our life, we either invoke or destroy our dreams. Oh, a bit deep, isn't it? Let's just have dreams out of it. Yes, that's better. Because there is a lot going on, isn't there? Just the word dreams. Where shall we go? Yep, down there. So let's try this little baby. Oh, that's a treat. Now, of course, I will lose the pin. I need to attach it to my whatever that's called, my dangle thing. I need to attach this new pin to it because it's longer than the one that's on that dangle, which I think will help keep it open longer. Dreams. I would also like some glitter on there, and I don't think I've got any glitter with me either. Have I? No, I can do that at a later date. So I need bling and glitter on my desk. I'm sitting down today as well, you probably realised, because of my aching legs. Okay, so there's a small amount of journaling on there, so let's put some paper on here so we can do some more in-depth journaling. Let's just have a piece of, I was just thinking whether to make that let's try and fold it straight then. I was just going to rip it at a, you know, unusual angle, but maybe I'll put the whole thing on. With it, the journal being on, which way do I want to go? I've done it the wrong way, that's it. With the journal being on rings, you know, you can put a lot in it without worrying about overstuffing it. Well, it's quite thick paper, that. More scraps. I spent half an hour only getting rid of scraps. Not getting rid of them, using them up. Journal, masterboarding them. And now I'm creating more. So which way did I want it? That way. So it can flip down, be written on. Do I want something on there because it's upside down? I don't mind if it shows through, I just want it to be right onable. Yeah, it doesn't show through very much actually. Okay. There's no upside down paper now. Yep, no upside down words I should say. Gosh. I do ramble rubbish while I'm filming, don't I? I think I'm going to put the whole piece down flat rather than make it come up. What do you think? Or shall I make it come up so we can be hidden under there? No, I'm going to put the whole thing down flat because there's more of this this Laura Ashley wallpaper border further on in the book, so there'll still be plenty of it on view. Whoops. And I'm wondering if to put something that we can tuck that into to keep it up. That might be a good idea, might it? Let me just adjust my chair. That's it. What have we got here? They're all labels. Oh, leaves. Oh, these are die cut leaves. Love that one. But it would have to go that kind of that way, wouldn't it? Yeah, quite like that. Right. So I think we want most of it above. Let's see how I can work it. I don't want to stick the whole thing down. That's it. Oh, stuck that bit down. Just a little bit there. That's my scissors. A bit too long on that edge. Let's see if that does it. Super. There's my pin. So what do we want in that top corner? Something going off like that, floral look. I think I might have that one somewhere already in the book there. What's this? Specimen ID, that's a good one. Let's have that one. And again, it's a bit too pristine looking. That's better. Oh, we could also hide something in there, couldn't we, in that flip up bit, as well as secret journaling. It's still not going under it. I wanted it all the way across. I only did it that end because I thought that end was sticking. We will get you laying flat. Yeah, I love that little green piece in there. Should we have another leaf down there? That's nice. So Neil is at work, bless him. His second 12-hour shift, but he had to go to hospital with somebody that he worked with yesterday, and he didn't come home until, I think it must have been nearly midnight. It was definitely midnight when we went to bed anyway. I can go under that one, I'll stay on that one. Yeah, do we want something on here, do we think? Yeah, but you know, he had to go in again today because there's nobody. That's nice. But you're going to be too big. Oh, see what it looks like cut off. Yeah, it's going to be nice. Yeah, so he's had to go in, so he's running on no sleep today. Luckily he's off tomorrow, so can have a lay in. But when you get to 60 plus, it's, you know, it takes more than one night to recover from a night's missed sleep, doesn't it? Don't know if he's got, I think he might have 3 days off, so hopefully, yeah, I like that. That's nice. I think that's enough on that one. So that's one down, one to go. Can't see anything for all the junk that I've got out now. Which one am I working on? That one? Yes, because I only got 2 out, didn't I? Yep, like that. I would like to, on one of these, add some ephemera. So, let me just get that So I don't know if I want pockets or just to clip. Let's kind of make a wrap pocket with this. This has got that lovely, it's from a book, look, that lovely, put it on the inside now, let's put it on the outside. This way? Yeah, this way. And what shall we put in it? Let's have one of these pages. One of those. Let's get a rusty paper clip. I want that to be inside, so let's fold it over like that. More, but the other way. It's not very interesting that way, is it? Yeah, let's fold that in. Put that one underneath. And then clip them both in. Oops. With a rusty paper clip like that. And then how are we going to, let's put the lid on that. How are we going to attach this to this? Do we want it in a tuck? Let's move that one over there. I don't particularly like I don't want the sayings in this journal, not that I don't like it. Be the change you want to see in the world, Candy, but that way on as a tuck it would be nice. So what shall we put on it? I don't want it to be too full on. Yeah, I think I might like an up tuck. I want it fairly tight. Let's put it down first and then decorate it. Is that controversial? The silence while I'm trying to do a straight line. That's about as straight as it gets. Right, I have left it open in the right place, yes. Okay, and I would quite like, I'd love some of this on it. Let me just have one more go. If I could definitely see where the end was, I could maybe do it with a pin. Let's use this pin. Look like something. Let's dig in it. Oh well, there's a nice little bit come off there. It's better than nothing. It's only for looks because the glue is holding it down. As always, I've put a jumper on and now it's coming towards the afternoon. It's warming up and I bet I've got a very red face. Well, I wanted a bit more than that, but I suppose I got some, didn't I? And what do we want on it? Because I want to leave that bit. Oh, was you telling me? That's not where it should be. Let's just tear a bit of it off. That's it. That's it. Yeah, I want that to just sit in there. Maybe want a bit more off there. It's washy, so I can that's it, re-stick it. Lovely. This, no. I've got lovely, yes, fussy cut flower. Oh, I want that white gone, be gone white. That's better. So what do I want behind it? A bit of this. Yep. And a little piece of book page. Oh, should I have a piece of that? No, I want book page. I'm the conversation with myself here. I have a piece of that. I have got more of this, yeah, that's a piece of that. There's my flower. Okay, straight edge off it. Too big. It'll look better with the edges, that's it as well. So we'll layer in again. I've just seen that lovely postcard there I'd like to have put in. So we're going to kind of go at an angle. Yeah. So I want some words. I must just try to remind myself when I sit down to it again. I want some words, and maybe some numbers would be nice on my desk. Yeah, a little word on there would be quite nice, wouldn't it? I've got some nice little black Tim Holtz ones. I'll have to dig them out because that'd be nice on there. Well, that's just a nice, yeah, it does grab it, so that's fine. So I wanted to use this, but not on, doesn't go on there. So what do we want on here? Again, it's quite nice for, let's just put a label on it, because it's quite nice for either, you could continue to draw on it, couldn't you? Or you could write round there. So I don't think it wants much. Have a little label on it. Botanical. Quite like that. Oh, that's nice. Makes it look like a draw note. These vintagey ones. It's not really a vintagey looking page, is it? I think I might be sticking with that botanical one. I quite like it. Oh, these are vintagey. I've got a plain green. Well, I think I'm going to excuse me, sneeze. I didn't have time to stop the camera sound. Oh, don't go under there. So that really blends in, you know, in, doesn't it? I think I might have that one and keep the page simple. Let's put those back in there. That's it. So I'm just going to go with a little, and that's all it needs. It might end up with some lace on it when I do the final run through. We'll see. That's all I'm going for. I've got a nice sticker of butterflies here. No. Okay. Let's have a look at it in the book. What did I do with the book? It's here, covered by lots of other things. Is it open or closed? Oh, it's closed. Shall I just put that in there for now? I think I will. How nice. That'd be nice with a label on it as well. Right. So we did two. Were they both together? I think they were, weren't they? We did 2 pages. Now all the pages won't be that full on. I did go to town a little bit on those 2. Some of them will have a lot, some of them will have less. I do want to do some more flip outs on some of the pages because, you know, just to give it a different dimension, I think is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, so I might go through and do that next. Now, would you like to see me? Would you like to come along and watch me put some flip outs? Let me know in the comments if that's what you'd like to see, or if you want to watch me start the new journal, which I'm about to start, because I've only got 5 on the go to finish. Yeah, I like that. So get some more ephemera in that. Doesn't need an awful lot actually. Bit of ephemera, a few more embellishments, a few tip outs, and she'll be good to go. Okay, thank you so much. It's been lovely having you here with me, and have a lovely whatever's left of your day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.